Hi, so in my previous video I discussed on the tables of contents, which is very much useful for your research work. There I touched the first and the second unit, and due to some work I had to stop in the midway. Today I'm going to touch on the other chapters. So let's discuss about the methodology, the third chapter. So here you have to give a brief introduction of what methodology is. Then you discuss about the different variables that would cover in your research work. Okay, that's there in the research work, the different variables that will be there for your research work, and then the method that you have intended to adopt for your present study. Clear? Then you have to speak about the population and the sample. So the entire population that would cover for your study, and out of that how much percent or how you're going to draw the sample for your research work. Okay, so you have to mention it very clearly. So what are the tools and techniques for data collection, then what will be the design of this study, the procedure for data collection, how you're going to go about, okay, then how you're going to analyze the data, and then you have to give a brief summary about the entire process of methodology, okay, on this particular chapter. So you can just briefly summarize. Then coming to the next chapter, it is the result. So you have 4.0. Here you have to give a description. You have to analyze it. Okay, in the methodology portion, what was happening? Here 3.7, method for data analyzing. So how you're going to analyze, you have to mention how you are going to analyze. All right, but in chapter 4 you have to actually analyze it. Okay, then you have to describe and interpret. Clear? So coming to the 5th chapter, here would be discussion of the major findings. So in the 4th chapter you have to analyze. You have the raw data, and that you have to put it in the tabular form. Accordingly you have to analyze, describe, and then interpret accordingly, as this much percent, you have to show whether there is a significance, significant difference exists. Also it will depend upon your study. So you are actually analyzing it. But in this chapter 5, what you are to do is you have to bring out the major findings. So you have to discuss the major findings. So this will be based on the objectives of the study. It will be based on the framed hypothesis and the research questions. Clear? And accordingly you can briefly summarize the 5th chapter. So the final chapter would be conclusion and suggestion. So you are to conclude the entire work, all right, from the first to the 5th chapter. You have to draw a conclusion, you have to summarize, and then give suggestion. All right, so here you give a suggestion, and also you can recommend, you can put forward certain recommendations for future research. Okay, so then you have the reference section. Reference would be in the entire page. So that can you can put it as a reference or bibliography. So I will discuss about this reference and bibliography in my upcoming videos. And then okay, so for now just have a look at the appendix. So in this appendix part, what you have to do is you have to decide and see what are the things that you would put it, all right, in the appendix form. Like take for example the question, if you have framed certain questionnaires for the sampled respondents, so you can put it in different appendix form. Like say for a questionnaire for the teachers would be A, questionnaire for students B, questionnaire for the school heads or school institution heads SC. So accordingly you can put it in the appendix. Then again you have the governmental records, the list of schools, then maybe the synopsis obviously, all right. So the approval letter synopsis, or maybe biodata of the supervisor or the guide. So you can put it in the appendix section. So that's it. I hope this will help you out. In my upcoming videos I will be talking about the different parts of, like take for example the declaration, so I will just give you the format as how you need to prepare all those. So see you all, take care.